Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. So today we are making a Christmassy church. It's more an icy, snowy covered church. So the sort of style this church is kind of an old English village kind of church, one you would traditionally find in one of the like little hamlets or the more little traditional towns that you get around the UK. So to start off, I wanted to have quite a interesting sort of shape with areas that sort of stuck out and bits that went in, try and make it sort of interesting to work with, and sort of try to make the roof follow how the buildings are actually like. When I was doing the roof, I completely forgot that not cathedrals, this is not a cathedral. You probably wouldn't even fit a cathedral on a 64 by 64 lot, some of them that we have here in the UK. It'd be insanely big. But this church, I kind of forgot that churches had the little steeple areas, so I kind of, when I was doing the roof, I was faffing about with all the different shapes that I wanted, because I wanted quite a high roof on it, but I wanted to have the roof extend over the walls as well. So I was trying to fit roofs on that could have the height and also have the sort of edges go over. So at this point I was like, oh yeah, I've forgotten a steeple. So I kind of was faffing about with like, why does this not look good? This looks awful. What have I done wrong? And then realised, oh yeah, I forgot the steeple. But so I have recently been to Leeds on a little day out. That's why we had the vlog on last Thursday to St Albans, and there'll be another vlog on this Thursday, which will be my exciting trip to Leeds. It was very fun. They have lots of shops, which is quite funny because they're posh shops. They're like the normal shops in my town, and they had like McLarens out, and I was just like, I can see one of those like near enough any day of the week, because I live in one of the towns that is near where they make them, and I have been to the McLaren Technology Factory as well. I won a competition as the fastest woman in the simulator challenge, so I have been round the MTC on the day that they were doing the Monaco practice back like in 2012 so ages ago, but that was such a fun day out. Now I opened the windows in, so I used a lot of the stuff from Get Together because it had all the sort of old traditional windows. So I used the sort of, not the bay windows, but they're the ones that sort of stick out, and the ones with the stained glass as well. And I wanted to keep the theme to be very, very white, very crisp. And we do change the outside texture because I forgot that they had a stone texture that was a sort of icy stone, but had a bit more like flagstones in it rather than the actual brick that I've used there to make it a bit more old worldy churchy looking. And then working on the layout and the inside, I wanted a sort of balcony area at the top, so then you could have sort of the choir or whoever up at the top and have the people, the lay people in the bottom. I knew way too many technical terms because I went to a religious school and I enjoyed it so thoroughly, as you can tell, and having to do GCSE RE, which was so much fun. And we're just putting in the lights. And I had a blue carpet down the middle because obviously everything has to be ice, and this is where I discover the flagstone. So I covered the inside and the outside with it, and trying to fit in the stairs. You can't access that side of the balcony because of how the stairs are, but I put some seats at the top when I actually remembered that we had old traditional seats instead of putting benches all the way down. And we're going to work on the little altar areas that I think it's a side table from City Living works perfectly as the little altar-y area, and some tables and chairs, and the candlestick lighting worked really well in this build. That one that I kind of put everywhere, because they all in churches always have candles like everywhere, and it was really hard to fit a door as well because it was 3 wide and all the big ones were 2 except for that one. So I was like, you have to put a grand entrance to come in. And at the back, I wasn't really sure what to do, but I in the end, I decided that should be sort of where the band is. So I put in a grand piano and some violins and some guitars and a microphone. So if you wanted to use this for a wedding or anything for your Sims, then you'll have to add in a wedding arch, but you will have all the band sort of stuff. And I kind of tried to make this as neutral as possible in the sort of terms of what religion might use this, because I wanted to make it so any sort of denomination could use this, because obviously you get into a whole messy situation of saying this is this religious church, and you're just like offending half the people or whoever feels offended by that, and that's not good. I just wanted to make a nice Christmassy thing, and yeah, so I added little sort of wall side tables everywhere, because they came in a nice white with a blue top, and I thought they would make nice places to put loads of candles. And I don't think I leave that front like that. I don't think I do anyway. I hope I don't, because that looks awful. And then adding the benches about. I have fun with the little graveyard we make out the back in a bit. That was quite a fun part of this build. And I always remember the one time when I was in sixth form and I was in the choir, and they left the mic. We were supposed to do a silent version of Silent Night in German, and we were supposed to sing it really quietly and peacefully, and then they left the microphone on next to me, so it sounded like Heather and her wonderful choir. And at least everyone said it sounded good, but I was just like, oh my god, why do I sound so much louder than everyone else? And I was like, oh no, they left the microphone on, what a shame. And we added some posts on the outside just to add detail, and then I went around and added some those sort of awning shade things that we got from Get Together, and adding. Now I'm going to work on the outside, so I added the little trim fence and scaled down some of the white trees, and sort of making, because all the old churches sort of have little graveyards either out the front or around the back of them, so I've kind of wanted to do that in here. And it was really annoying because all the Max's builds kept popping up while I was trying to build this. I don't care whose Max's is flipping favorited on their thing. It really annoys me. That's the first time it's happened as well. I was just like, normally it just tells you when other people have downloaded your stuff. It's like, I don't care if Max's has favorited whatever person's build. It got a bit ridiculous. And then I added a little ghost gnome out of one of the gravestones because I thought it was funny. And so he's just like peeking out. And I used quite a lot of the ruined stuff, like the bricks and the pillars, to sort of say that there was an even older church on this site, and they sort of either reused the stones that they found when they rebuilt it and sort of accumulated over time, if they've had any of like if there was any like Norman conquesting or whatever happens. It doesn't happen now, but whatever had happened in that town or village, and they kind of reclaimed the bricks. Because when we went to St Albans, there was they used a lot of the Roman bricks from the Roman wall that they was slowly crumbling down. So there's all the red bricks in the cathedral are the Roman bricks. So I thought I think I was inspired by that, and sort of there's been a history of a church being on this site, and sort of adding the finishing touches and adding a bit more height to the steeple area, and sort of adding a bit so it looked like there should be a bell that you can put in. So I know in Brindleton Bay they have a bell that goes off. I don't know why we can't have one to put in our games. And I just shuffled the building along a bit because it looked really flat on the back side, so I just wanted to add a bit more detail, which shuffled everything around, so to put everything back to how it was. And we're done. So these are the screenshots from the inside, just looking from the front and the back, and then down from the upper gallery area, and then this is the little graveyard bit in the dark, and the outside with my little Christmas shop in the distance. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, give it a like, and if you'd like to see any more builds, then feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you can get reminded when they are posted. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.